One of our fundamental beliefs is that people are intrinsically good. And based on that, we work with people to help them find their true north. And we believe that if people are working with integrity and with passion, they will be incredibly productive. And also the relationships around them will be solid and harmonious. Having said that, we also look at having candid conversations, having robust debate, and the focus is very much on helping people communicate effectively to achieve goals both for the organization, the team, and themselves. So we focus on that, and it's by really partnering very closely with people.
You have to, as the leader, own the change. You can't communicate a message saying, I don't know where this is going, and I'm as uncertain as you, because if anything is going to break down the process of change, it's exactly that. So it's the importance of balancing both that vulnerability element as well as ensuring that you lead and own the change. But the challenge is, how do you engage change in the absence of a plan? And the most important thing there is to be very wary of going into a situation of change if you don't have a plan and you don't have a clear direction.
And what's really most important is for people to really trust that the leader does understand their perspective. Because I think often we don't know what it's like to be in another person's shoes. We think we know, but as leaders we are protected because we are a little bit more on the inside track usually than the poor people that we have to work with and address. And then we said the key thing for an authentic leader is just to keep communicating. So even when there isn't anything specific, communicating not being just you putting messages out, it's also about sitting, listening, letting the guys know, dispelling the rumors, hearing them out. And I think that's always, in our experience, certainly been the best thing. Listening, being visible and being present in those difficult situations.
An authentic leader is somebody who lets people know where they stand. There's a sense of safety, honesty, and trust. The people around them, particularly in the context of change, believe they're in safe hands. They might not be liking the message, but they understand that there's that underlying honesty. Authentic leaders also have a sense of humility. They don't have all the answers, and they don't portray that, don't worry, I've got it covered. That kind of context, but are able to connect with people and get the best out of people, particularly under kind of pressurized situations. But the whole concept of leadership within an interdependent team where the sum is greater than the whole is greater than the sum of the parts.
What did come out of the change is really a challenging time, and it's not a time for ego. And authentic leaders lead with sincerity and consistency, which is valued at times of change. So when the world around you is spinning, when somebody's just sincere and authentic with you, it's already kind of comforting and creating that trust. Authentic leaders, we believe, are, during times of change, a real benefit because they are clear and transparent around what and why and who and by when. And it creates a sense of security, as I said earlier, and a sense of stability for those that are going through change. They create collaboration, so consistent communication. And that just keeps the channels open for people to approach you when they're not sure if something is wrong, if they're not sure about what is going on the floor, somebody else might have heard something different, and that just again creates for positive change, or creates a platform for positive change.
So Frank spoke about integrity, and he said that an authentic leader speaks about integrity and actually aligns it with the way that he thinks things, does things, and says things. And that then develops a sense of consistency within the organization with which people can then build trust with him or her. So it builds a whole trustful environment, and then that creates a sense of stability, and it's a comfort onto which people can hold. And as a result, then you have that sense of safety around that leader. And in fact, there's so many terms around leadership. There's transactional leadership, there's transformational leadership, there's authentic leadership. In fact, if you Google the types of leadership, there's probably as many types of leadership as there are people in this room. And I think that one of the things that's happening at the moment is the fact that there is, in us as humans, a lot of ambiguity. a lot of chaos and a lot of volatility. So in terms of how we deal with change, it becomes very difficult because you can be seen as a bit of a sociopath. One instance, you've got a set of problems facing you in terms of change that you can deal with calmly, collectively, you have your mind about you. And another day, whether it's your mood, whether it's other circumstances that have come your way in the business, whatever it is, or that challenge is particularly challenging, your behavior might shift slightly. And that's why I'm saying the value system becomes so important. Because if we're really true to ourselves, we are not 100% consistent every day. And the types of leadership that they're talking about is ambiguous leadership, where we acknowledge that in our human brain, we are not as organized or as consistent as we'd like to be.
So we've been coaching executives across many industries and even in other countries for years now, for 11 years. And we have a pool of professional coaches who come from, well, they're strong business leaders in their own right in the past. They've been coaching for a minimum of 5 years, and they work at a leadership level to assist leaders in making the necessary shifts where they need to. Whether that be helping them through times of change like restructuring, whether it's helping them prepare them to just go to the next level, or whether it's helping them make shifts in who they are to fine-tune their performance in their role.
So today we're really celebrating and launching our new business, being an integration of two companies that have come together and joined forces under the brand or under the banner of True North. The other objective was to celebrate the fact that we have so many wonderful clients that have been with us for a wonderful journey over the years, and this is a way for us to say thank you, we appreciate the business that you've given us, and we look forward to working with you in the future and to continue this journey with you as we go into our future. So it was a wonderful opportunity for us to do those two things.